Hey, I'm Anne Coquette, and in this show, we bring you the most inspiring stories from female entrepreneurs, investors, and innovators in our ecosystem, the Guild community. Today, I have the big pleasure to introduce you to a very special entrepreneur. Her name is Maya Sofer, and she is one of the youngest entrepreneurs in our ecosystem. Her mom told me that she started a business on her drive to Tahoe. And I wanted to know more, so let me present to you one of the youngest entrepreneurs in the Guild, Maya Sofer.
So I read and interpret people's birth charts and astrology for them. Astrology has been my interest and my passion for so long now, and it's really cool to make money off something that I genuinely enjoy doing, and I'm not just oh, I'm only doing this for work. And I'm sure my mom told you, but this was all started in a car ride to Tahoe, which was really nice. I could just keep talking and kind of just have the word flow of what I want the business to be with no interruptions. It's not like we had anything else going on. There wasn't much reception, but it was a very a fun thing. I'm just so happy. I mean, I have all these books that I bought for myself on business and entrepreneurship and bit math and business, and it's really interesting to just have something that's fun, it's fun. But I think where it really started was I went to this Jewish youth convention, and I read so many people's birth charts. People are just like, Maya, do mine. Maya, read mine. Maya, this is my birthday, read mine. And then all of my friends are like, you should start charging for this. You need to start making money. So I was like, okay. And here we are.
What a cool story. And so, when you said, okay, let's do this, did you have any fears or maybe any hopes that were connected with that? What did you think could go really wrong, and what did you hope would happen?
So honestly, I didn't really have much fears, and I still don't, because in the beginning, it kind of started out purely for fun. I'm doing this as a hobby on my own time, and there's nothing much that can go wrong with the hobby. But now I'm starting to take it a little bit more seriously, and I do have some fears. I'm putting a lot of time and effort to this. What if someone doesn't pay me? What if someone refuses to pay me? What if one of my sites comes crashing down? What if all of this? But in the beginning, it was really just nothing can go wrong.
I love that mindset. Yeah. So what were your hopes then?
I do have a lot of hopes. I still have a lot of hopes. My business will only continue to grow to the point where I'm getting 3 to 5 clients per week, which is a lot of revenue and money coming in. And that I still enjoy this. I really hope that it doesn't become something that I'm only doing for the money and for working. So I guess my biggest hope would be that I do get a lot of clients, but I still enjoy it. It's never something that I dread doing or dread having to do the work for.
I think a lot of people have that fear, right? That becomes sort of this drag, and then you're a slave of your own business. When you thought, okay, that's my friends all say I should do this, how did you put the offer together?
Trial and error. My prices changed 20 times, and I'm still changing them all the time. Depending on how much work I put in. I have a bunch of different services that are each different aspects of your birth chart, and some take a lot more time for others. So my prices always come from how much it how long it takes me to prepare and how much time I need to put in. But for my full chart reading, that price jumped from $8, and now I think it's $35. There's a lot of this is way too much, but this is way too little, and changing all the time.
So you're testing on the go, you're prototyping a lot. And
Yes.
so, okay, so you came up okay, let's do these readings. Well, how did you even make it possible for people to buy it? What are all the tools that you used, or online resources?
I don't know if you've ever heard of Calendly. Calendly is the love of my life. I wish I was, but I'm unfortunately not a Calendly sponsor or promoter for Calendly, but I use it so much. Sets up everything for me. I have all my different services. I get paid through Calendly. I get Calendly makes a little Zoom link for people because I do these readings through Zoom, and it has all these questions. When you go into Calendly, it already asks you when were you born and what's your birth time, birthplace, which is the information I need for these readings. So I rely on Calendly so much. Calendly, I'm pretty sure, is the main tool that I use.
You got your booking done, you got your charging through Calendly, right? People can put their Visa card in there or MasterCard or whatever. And then you can ask questions. You personalize the information you get already. And then what else? Oh, it sends emails too, right?
Yes, it does. It sends little confirmation emails to me too, like you have 2 readings today or whatever. And I'm like, thank you, Calendly. I think I pay around $8 a month, which I think it's worth it. And I am happy that I am making the money to pay for Calendly. Like it won't come out of like birthday money or something. Like I have the money through these readings.
Well, so you created a cash flow positive business in 1 month because there was no cash outlay, right? Because it was free. And then you got the bookings immediately, and you already have so many bookings, you can probably pay for years and years of Calendly, right?
Like I don't just use Calendly because there's a lot of things that I can't do on there. So I also I can show you, I take notes for my readings. So I have my little notebook of just information, which I know it's not very Gen Z of me using real paper, but I have my trusted notebook. I also use social media for promotion a lot, especially TikTok and Facebook. So I don't know if that's also what you were looking for, but those are some.
I was wondering about that. I mean, one thing is to have this awesome product and offering out there, but then how to get the word out, right? And so you're saying Facebook and TikTok are your 2 channels?
I put on Snapchat ones. I mainly use Facebook and Instagram. I recently created a little Instagram account for my Maya's readings, but yeah, so Instagram is like the main one.
Wow, cool. And how much and how often do you post there?
I just made the account. So for the Instagram account, I haven't posted yet because I think I made it yesterday. And on my main, like my personal Instagram account, I promote it all the time. Like I put it on my story, I post about it. I asked some of my friends reposted, and I was so thank you so much. They reposted and they posted. And for Facebook, I use it for this Jewish youth group I'm in. So I got permission from some of the staff of the youth group to post it in like the youth group Facebook page, which was really nice because a lot of people are in there and they saw it too. So
yeah. Man, so you're already creating partnerships, and maybe next thing is affiliate marketing. If people send you clients, maybe they get a cut or something.
I have a little promotion thing where if you refer a friend, you get $5 off.
Wow, man. You got it all figured out already. That's pretty amazing. And so when you think about pricing, you could probably charge way more, right? So, and you said you tested a few things. Like, how did you arrive at that pricing?
Also a lot of trial and error. Professional astrologers charge a lot more than I do. Like for a full chart reading, I'm pretty sure it's like $200 or $300, but I really wanted this to be more accessible and something that I, as a 14-year-old who does not have a job, would be able to afford. So it was a lot of playing around. I put like 3 hours of work into one person's. I usually like spread it out over days though. And so for that one, I charge currently as of right now $35, but it used to be a lot cheaper. And then I was realizing I am putting this like, no, I should be charging more money. But it was a lot of trial and error. So some people got their full chart readings for like $8, and then some people got it for $15, and then some people got it for $35, and then I think one person got it at like $50 when I tried charging too much. So it was a lot of experimenting.
You noticed that there was a big drop off? It sounds like at $50 you get a drop off, right? But 35, probably just the exact same amount of people booked as 8, I would imagine. Is that true?
I think my $35 has definitely been the most successful because with the 8 was still in the very beginning when I didn't have so many people. But I think it's a pretty solid amount that I plan on keeping for a while unless something drastically changes.
Yeah. So now let me ask you the $100 million question. If you had to 10x your revenue next week, like what would you do?
Call everybody, like everybody I know, and be like, want a reading? Want a reading? Want a reading? Or I could try, what could I do? I guess I could partner with like a small holistic store maybe and ask if we could do some sort of partnership, or if I can make flyers and put it in their like put my flyers in their stores. I have all these other ideas that I plan on doing in the future. that I just want to either like get more money to be able to afford these ideas or just study a little bit more. But I guess I could also try doing those because a lot of those have to do with subscriptions and like subscription boxes. So maybe that could help because it would be like a solid monthly income from those.
So what would be the best thing that could happen to your business right now?
Probably like an influencer or someone with a large following would get a reading and like it and then tell it to all their fans. Or I don't know, maybe a lot of people who see this interview will get a reading and I'll get more clients from this.
Congrats on the incredible business you've built. I think it's an awesome story and it can teach a lot of entrepreneurs so much, like your energy and just sort of that can-do attitude. I really, really love that. And so let me ask you the last question. What's next for you? What's next for you and for the business?
Like I mentioned before, I was playing around with this idea of subscription boxes that could include like crystals based off your birth chart or the whole bar thing. Me and my mom had this idea like since I was 7 years old that we could sell syrups that you can put in cocktails and mocktails because obviously a 8-year-old cannot start a bar in New York on her own. But I thought I could do kind of personalized syrups based on your birth charts that you can mix into cocktails or drinks or baking endeavors or whatever you want, because you can associate herbs and colors and properties with the zodiac sign and just kind of what I think would match your personality, your birth chart, your whatever. So I could have these cute little monthly subscription boxes. So I really hope that's what comes next.
I encourage you to reach out to anybody on the Guild if you have any questions about subscription boxes. We have quite a few women in the Guild who are doing subscription boxes. We have also contacts to fulfillment centers and, so that you can ship it and you don't have to do it in your own garage if, it gets too big, your business. So, make use of the Guild. I'm so excited you're going to join us in our community. And I think the women in our community can just learn so much from you. So thank you so much for sharing today and best of luck with your business. So it's calendly.com, Maya's Readings. So if you want to get a reading, then you go to calendly.com/Maya's Readings.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Maya, we need to schedule a reading. I need to get one of these. I have never done it, so I cannot wait. And I wish you all the best for the venture, Maya's Readings. And I hope you get a lot of people sign up and find awesome partnerships for expanding Maya's Readings. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Bye.
If you're inspired, then subscribe to our channels on YouTube, on our social media channels at Get Gilded, and also on our platform, letsgild.com. You can also sign up to our newsletter to get news about the latest and greatest in inspiring stories from female founders, entrepreneurs, investors, and innovators in the Guild. I'll see you next time.